Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. And get this, today we're talking all about the dental equipment market.
A fascinating area for sure.
Absolutely. And I've got to say, I'm pretty excited about this one because this market is projected to just explode in the coming years.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. The growth we're seeing is incredible, and it's being fueled by a convergence of so many factors: global trends, technological advancements, even shifts in consumer behavior.
Right. It's like everything's aligning to push this market forward. And luckily, we've got this fantastic report to guide us through it all. It's called Dental Equipment Market: Trends, Innovations, and Growth 2025.
Great report. Lots of insights in there.
Oh, yeah. It's packed with interesting data, and honestly, some of the technology they talk about sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie.
I know what you mean, 4D jaw motion tracking. That caught my eye too.
Right. Sign me up for that. But it really speaks to how much dental care is evolving. It's not just about fillings and cleanings anymore.
Absolutely. It's about a much bigger picture, how technology is transforming the industry and what that means for patients.
So let's talk numbers. This report predicts the global dental equipment market is going to reach a whopping USD XX million by 2032.
Yeah, that's a huge jump from where it was in 2024. At USD XX million, that's a CAGR of X.X%.
Those are some serious numbers. I mean, it's clear that this market is booming,
Yeah.
but what exactly is driving this growth? Is it just all about fancy new tech?
Well, technology definitely plays a major role, but it's not the only factor. We're also seeing a surge in government initiatives around the world aimed at improving dental care.
Interesting. So it's not just private practices benefiting from this growth.
Nope, governments are recognizing the importance of oral health as a crucial part of overall well-being. They're investing in better equipment for public health care centers, expanding access to dental care for underserved communities, and is having a ripple effect throughout the entire industry.
It sounds like a win-win situation. More people get the care they need and the whole industry gets a boost. But okay, let's get to the part I'm really excited about: the tech. This report highlights some incredible innovations like 3D imaging, laser treatments, even AI-powered diagnostics.
It's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it?
Totally. I mean, can you imagine getting a crown fitted with pinpoint accuracy, all thanks to a quick digital scan? No more gooey impressions.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's not just about making things more high-tech. These advancements are making treatments faster, less invasive, and most importantly, more effective.
That makes sense. If I know I can get a more comfortable and precise treatment, I'm definitely going to choose that option.
Exactly. Patients are becoming more informed and they're demanding the best possible care. And this technology is making that a reality. It's a huge driver of the demand we're seeing in the market.
So it's not just dentists who are excited about these innovations. Patients are driving this change too.
Absolutely. It's this fascinating feedback loop between technological advancements and evolving patient expectations.
Okay, so let's talk about one specific piece of technology that really caught my attention. It's called the Ella Prasa 4D Jaw Motion System. It uses something called CBCT cone beam computed tomography to track jaw movement in, you guessed it, 4 dimensions.
I know it sounds like something out of Star Trek.
Right, so basically instead of those messy impressions, they can get a digital model of your entire jaw.
Exactly. And with this Ella process system, they can actually see your jaw move in real time. That's where the 4D comes in.
That's incredible. So how does it actually work?
Well, the system uses a series of X-ray beams to capture images of your jaw from different angles as you move it. It's like taking a video of your jaw from the inside out.
Wow, I never knew dental technology could be so advanced.
It's pretty remarkable. And it's not just about the cool visuals either. This level of detailed motion tracking is changing the way dentists diagnose and plan treatments.
In what way?
Well, they can see exactly how your jaw moves, which helps them identify potential problems, personalize treatments, and ensure the best possible outcome for each patient. It's all about precision and customization.
This is all so fascinating, but let's be real for a second. Dental work can be expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
So with all this amazing technology, is it actually affordable? Like, does the report address that at all?
It does. It definitely acknowledges that rising costs are a significant barrier for a lot of people, especially with limited insurance coverage. It's a problem in a lot of regions.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Even with all these advancements, dental care can still feel out of reach for so many people.
Yeah, and the report specifically points to dental implants as an example. They're becoming more and more popular, but the high cost can be prohibitive for many.
I've heard that, for instance, the report compares the cost of a single implant in the U.S. versus Mexico. In the U.S., you're looking at like $3,000 to $5,000, while in Mexico, it can be under $800.
Wow. Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Mhm.
It really highlights the disparity in affordability and how many factors are at play, like healthcare systems, regulations, labor costs. It's complex.
So not a simple solution.
Hmm.
But the report doesn't just leave us hanging with the problem, right? Are there any potential solutions being discussed?
Definitely. The report highlights some promising developments. For example, some countries are trying out different financing models.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
Things like dental savings plans or even microloan programs specifically for dental care. It's all about making it easier for people to afford treatment.
That makes sense. Spreading out the cost can make a big difference.
Exactly. And then there's the idea of government subsidies to help cover dental care costs, especially for low-income individuals or those with limited access.
So a combination of easing the financial burden and direct support from the government.
Right. It's a multifaceted issue that needs a multi-pronged approach.
It's good to hear that these conversations are happening at least, and that there are potential solutions being explored.
Yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. And on top of all that, we can't forget the role technology itself might play in bringing costs down.
Oh, how so?
Well, think about it. As treatments become more efficient and less invasive thanks to technology, there's a chance that overall costs could decrease.
Interesting. So procedures might become faster, require fewer appointments, which could lead to savings for everyone involved.
Exactly. It's like flipping the script. Technology is often seen as the expensive factor, but it could actually be part of the solution for affordability in the long run.
I like that perspective. It gives me hope that these advanced treatments won't just be for the wealthy.
Absolutely. It's a journey, but the report definitely points to a future where access to quality dental care is much wider.
So we've got this tension between incredible advancements and the ongoing challenge of affordability. But what about geographically? Is this market growing evenly across the world?
That's another key point. The report actually highlights emerging markets like India, China, and Brazil as having huge potential for growth.
That's interesting. What's driving that growth in those areas specifically?
A few things. First, there's been a rise in incomes and a growing middle class in these regions, which means more people have the financial means to prioritize their dental health.
So it's not just about the cost of care itself, but also having the resources to afford it in the first place.
Exactly. And alongside that, there's also a growing awareness of the importance of oral health. People are being more proactive about taking care of their teeth.
So it's a combination of economic factors and a shift in mindset.
Right. And then you've got government policies that are actively promoting the dental care industry in these countries.
Like what kind of policies?
Well, for example, India has implemented tax cuts on dental imports, which makes it easier for international companies to bring in advanced equipment and technology.
So attracting foreign investment and making the market more competitive.
Exactly. It's a win-win. It gives patients access to better technology and boosts the dental industry as a whole.
It sounds like these emerging markets are poised to become major players in the global dental landscape.
Oh, for sure. They represent a significant chunk of the projected market growth, and it's fascinating to see how they're developing.
Okay, so we've talked about the overall market trends, but what about the companies behind these innovations? Does the report mention any key players?
It does. Companies like Dentsply Sirona and Align Technology are really making waves in the industry.
What are they up to?
Well, Dentsply Sirona, for example, has partnered with Google to develop 3D printing solutions for dental applications.
Wow, that sounds pretty cutting edge.
It is. Imagine customized crowns, bridges, even dentures, all being printed quickly and precisely right there in the dentist's office.
That's incredible. And what about Align Technology? They're the Invisalign company, right?
Yep. And they've been busy acquiring other companies to expand their offerings and reach new markets. They're not just focused on clear aligners anymore. They're becoming a one-stop shop for dental solutions.
So they're thinking bigger picture, not just one product, but a whole ecosystem of care.
Exactly. They're seeing the future of dentistry as integrated, and they're positioning themselves accordingly.
It sounds like a very dynamic and competitive landscape. It's exciting to see these companies pushing the boundaries of what's possible in dental care.
Definitely. And ultimately, all this innovation benefits patients around the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's been amazing to dive into all these different aspects of the dental equipment market, from the amazing technology to the economic challenges and the global growth. It's so fascinating to see how everything is connected.
I agree. It really highlights how technology, economics, social trends, all these things play a role in shaping the future of dental care.
And speaking of the future, that brings us to a crucial question. What does all of this mean for the everyday person who's just trying to take good care of their teeth?
I think the big takeaway for anyone listening is that dental care is evolving in a really incredible way.
Yeah.
It's becoming more advanced, more precise, and ultimately more effective thanks to all the technology and innovation we've been talking about.
Yeah, it definitely seems like we're headed towards a future where dental care is a lot less intimidating and a lot more personalized.
Absolutely. But at the same time, we can't forget about the elephant in the room, which is the cost. We've
Hmm.
talked about how expensive dental treatments can be, especially in certain regions, and a lot of people just don't have adequate insurance coverage.
It's a valid point. We can celebrate all these advancements, but they need to be accessible to everyone, not just a select few.
Right. We don't want these innovations to worsen existing inequalities in healthcare. It's so important that everyone have access to quality dental care, regardless of their income or where they live.
So how do we bridge that gap? It seems like a really complicated issue.
It is. It's definitely not a simple fix. But the report does offer some hope. There are things like innovative financing models that we talked about and government subsidies. And even technology itself could help drive down costs in the long run.
It's encouraging to know that people are actively working on solutions and that these conversations are happening.
And it's not just up to policymakers and industry leaders either. Patients themselves have a role to play by staying informed, advocating for better access to care, and talking to their dentists about new technologies and treatments.
So it's a team effort. We need innovation to continue, but we also need affordability and awareness to go hand in hand.
Exactly. And if we can make progress on all those fronts, I truly believe we can revolutionize dental care and make it a standard part of well-being for everyone.
That's a future worth striving for. Now, shifting gears a bit,
Yeah.
what are your predictions for the dental equipment market going forward? What do you think the next 5 to 10 years will bring?
Well, if the past few years are anything to go by, I think we're going to see an even faster pace of innovation in the future. We might see even more integration of things like AI, virtual reality robotics. Those could become pretty standard in dental practices.
Wow, that sounds almost futuristic.
I know, right? But it's probably closer than we think. Just imagine going to the dentist and having a robot do your checkup that can detect cavities with incredible accuracy,
Hmm,
or being able to get a custom-made crown printed in just minutes, right there in the office.
that's pretty mind-blowing. It feels like the possibilities are endless.
They really are. And it's not just about those flashy gadgets either. We'll likely see a greater focus on preventative care and early detection too because of all the advancements in diagnostics and imaging.
So a move from reactive care to proactive care.
Exactly. And that's what will really make a difference in people's overall oral health.
Well, this has been a really eye-opening conversation. Thank you so much for taking the time to break down this report with me.
It's been my pleasure. I always enjoy talking about such a dynamic and important field.
And to all our listeners out there, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of dental equipment. We hope you learned something new today and maybe even feel a little inspired about the future of dental care. Until next time, keep exploring.